Welcome back. I'm joined by Championship correspondent Pascal Lemaire to review Friday night's match between Brighton and Bournemouth. Pascal stopped the away side, moved back to the top of the table with a 4-2 win over Birmingham last time.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive the way they came back, wasn't it? Falling 2-0 behind like that at home, obviously very disappointing. Birmingham, they're both pretty good goals actually, to be fair to them, but you always thought Bournemouth would have a chance. Birmingham, they're one of the sides sort of mid-table, not too much to play for, and Bournemouth, the way they came back, very impressive. You know, some good goals as well. The second one from Callum Wilson was particularly the ball from Brett Pittman, the way he reversed it. It was like perfectly weighted to beat the defender, but it was not strong enough for the goalkeeper to come and claim it. It was a fantastic goal, and Bournemouth, they do score a lot of great goals. I think 4 points over the Easter weekend. They'll probably take that because the Good Friday game down at Ipswich, that was, you know, a tough game to go to Ipswich. They've got one of the best home records in the league, and you know, Bournemouth, they look the better team for almost all of that game. They struggled to break Ipswich down. Ipswich made it very difficult for them. Ipswich took that early lead, a very disappointing goal for Bournemouth to concede. They left Freddie Sears just completely alone on the 6-yard box, and he finished it quite easily. But it looked for a lot of the time that Bournemouth wouldn't quite break Ipswich down, but then Kenwyne Jones on his debut comes off the bench, scores from the head, scores a goal for a corner. So that was good for them. They're now unbeaten in 5 wins in 7 games. Like you say, back to the top of the table, still very, very close up there. They're only 2 points above the sides in 3rd and 4th. So you know, they're certainly not a long way clear yet, but it's their home form that's been really impressive. They've scored 4 goals, 3 goals and 4 goals in the last 3 games at home. So you know, they always find the net. They're the top scorers in the whole of the Football League. They're free flowing, and you know, you look at their run in now. They've played they played some really tough games last month. The Ipswich one was sort of their last really difficult game, if you like, because they're running Brighton here, then Reading, Sheffield Wednesday, Bolton and Charlton, their last 4 games, and you'd say that probably all of those sides are safe mid-table teams like Birmingham and even Brighton here, who haven't got that much to play for, and you just expect Bournemouth, because they're chasing automatic promotion, they should just deal with all those teams. And to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if they win every game from now on and do get automatically promoted.
Talking about Brighton not being in particular trouble, but they want to get back to winning ways, don't they? 2 back-to-back 1-0 defeats over the Easter weekend.
Yeah, there was obviously Norwich and Rotherham. I think the one to Norwich, that was always going to be a tough one. Norwich, like Bournemouth, right there at the top of the table, you know, chasing automatic promotion. But yeah, the one to Rotherham, that was the disappointing one. I think a lot of talk. There was a lot of focus on that game, of course, because everyone knew that if Rotherham won it, it would send Blackpool down. So that was sort of the talking point beforehand, and Brighton went there. But yeah, it was a game that they would have wanted to win, because they would have wanted to sort of secure, because obviously Rotherham, one of the teams below them, they would have wanted to secure sort of that mid-table place they're in. I mean, they've gone down to 19th with that. It's just 1 win in 6 and 1 goal in 4 games, and it's been a problem all season for them. They lost Ajoa, who was their top scorer last season, with Leicester signing him, and you know, they haven't really signed anyone. I mean, their top scorer is Lewis Dunk, the centre-back, 7 goals. So that just shows how bad they've been up front. Not even a midfielder. The fact that centre-back is their top scorer just shows that's the area they have to address in the summer. No doubt they'll be probably spending, you know, big money for a championship club on a striker. But yeah, they're 9 points clear of the drop zone, but Millwall do have a game in hand. Millwall the side at the top of the bottom 3, so that could be 6 if Millwall win their game in hand. And Millwall, they got their first win in ages at the weekend, so you know, you say that they're certainly not safe at the moment, but it's still a big gap to claw back for any of the sides in the bottom 3.
Mentioning it's a big gap, so it's probably a bigger game for Bournemouth than it is for Brighton. They'll enter as favourites as well, the visitors. Do you think they'll be on point?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think but you have to say they'll be favourites. I mean, Brighton, they haven't lost to Bournemouth in 11 games at home in the league, so they've got a decent record when they host Bournemouth in recent years. But you know, this is a different Bournemouth side to the ones of days gone past. You know, they're chasing promotion to the Premier League for the first time, and yeah, I think Bournemouth will comfortably deal with Brighton. I'm going to go for a 3-0 away win.
Sports will go for a 3-0 Bournemouth win.